Alright, welcome to the first ever freestyle wrapped board game review. I hope this works, and if not, it will also be the last ever freestyle wrapped board game review. But, maybe it'll work. Alright, here we go. Well, we're here to talk about a game called Belfort, and when it comes to games, it's a swell sport. Designed by Jay Cormier and Seng-Foong Lim, in case you heard of him. The artist Josh Capel, the publisher Tasty Minstrel Games. Now, that's the name of the company dumping the game on the market. To your table is where you should park it. It's 2 to 5 players, hour and a half or 2, and something that you need to know, is the fact that this game, case man, is worker placement. And, well, a combination of worker placement and area control. So on the whole, it's sort of a melange between those two styles and genres. So if you want to know more about this game, I'm a proponent. The big reason? Let's talk about components. They're awesome. Look, they're totally great. In fact, these components are really first rate. They got a thick board and 5 colorful pieces, and you put them together and release this magic that comes together. And here's the thing that's really dramatic. The game is highly thematic. All the pieces are really exciting, and not just the pictures but the writing. The writing is really good. There's lots of extra theme. I mean, frankly, it's like a board game dream. You've got elves and dwarves and all sorts of gnomes, and when you put them in their various places and homes, then you find that there's lots of hilarity. And this is, I would say, a big disparity between Belfort and other games you've played before. When it comes to theme, Belfort just has more. You won't even get a bit bored. I mean, you can check out this incredible clipboard. It's got information on Ord's trading post, and also the things that you need to most know. I mean, look, I made this part with the gnomes, where they go in their homes. It's got the information sort of interwoven directly with the thematic hilarity. That's pretty neat. In fact, other games can't compete. I have to say, really full props, and that's not all. In fact, I would have to call the pieces colorful and pretty high quality. And when it comes to games, this is not just frivolity. The elves are round and the dwarves are square, the gnomes are pentagons, and those pieces over there are all wooden and thick and various colors. It's just good, stuff made of wood. You've got the resources, there's wood and stone and metal and things you want to own. I mean, there's a quality chipboard for the coins and the guilds, and the whole game is filled with good pieces. And man, the player aids, these things also would get top grade because they've got all the information that you need and also some entertaining flavor for you to read. And it's really the seamless integration of the two that makes this game one that I give top marks to. But I think that's enough for the components in chief. Let's move on to the gameplay in brief. Now, you take turns placing your orbs and dwells on spaces in town and various places on your buildings, and then you dump the rest on resource spots, whatever's left, a literal lot. Now, the elves gather wood, the dwarves gather stone. Together they can gather a metal, but not alone, and either one can get you a gold coin, and whoever has the most in each area will be enjoying a bonus. So, not going there first is an onus. You want to be the one with the most stuff. That way, you can get a little extra, and it's rough. Now, this board on the main resources that you've heard, it's not just absurd. You've got these resources, wood, stone, metal, and coin, and also, you can be employing another worker. That's the truth. Because this space is for recruits, and then you've got one more space for turn order swapping. Now that's a place you might think not stopping on the first turn because it doesn't seem important, but as you play the game more and more, then you'll realize it actually matters quite a bit. Anyway, I've got off. I gotta stop taking the hit. So after you take all the stuff from the resources, there's taxes and income, and you might get some gold, but obviously not on the first turn, so you've built some buildings that are going to earn. Then, when everyone's done that, you activate your workers on the board. So that means they can add more resources to your horde, get you some gold, draw you some cards, or steal from other players if you're playing with a version that's hard. There's some interactive guilds that you don't use in the beginner game, because stealing from beginners is lame. Now, once you've got all that in your home, you can buy a gnome, but that's, I guess, only once per turn. So if you have earned 3 gold coins or have any left over, then hurrah for you. A gnome is what you can do. And you need these gnomes to unlock the buildings that you build. So the gnomes are very skilled. Once you pay the cost for a building, a gnome can give it another ability with his gnomish agility. Now the buildings all have their own resource cost, and once you pay those resources, of course, they are lost. And when you build them, you get 2 benefits, and not just one, so let's hear the end of it. you have the main benefit of the building you built as a card in front of you, and it's fun to view. And this building has sometimes a plank, which is a place where you can put an elf or dwarf of any rank to accrue some benefit, which is delightful. And also, if you want to be spiteful, you can hurt other people. I'm getting off topic again, so let's stay on track. Look, you can put these elves and dwarves on the plank just like that to get the benefit of the building. And if you want to go kill things, you can also, once you've built your building, you must build it in town, which means you got to put down one of your houses on one of those 5 areas of the big board. Now this can't be ignored, because remember, though we said this game is about area control, so you're going to want to make sure that you have some area. Otherwise, it's going to get scarier and scarier, and you'll be sick like malaria. You're not going to have the points that you need if you don't build, so be sure that your workers are skilled. Now, once you've built your building and done all that stuff, once you figure you've done enough, as much as you can afford, or as much as you desire, or as much as the game seems to require, and everyone has taken their turn, then the calendar moves, and that's what you learn. Now, at the end of rounds 3, 5, and 7, there is a scoring round, and that's found that you'll get points for things that abound, which means in areas where you have a majority, you will score, and also when it comes to dwarves, elves, and gnomes, whoever's got more will get a few points as well, and this will move you up on the score track. What the hell? After the 3 rounds of scoring, whoever has the most points wins, and that's the game. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty delightful, pretty insightful. You can play the game friendly, you don't need to be spiteful, but of course you gotta block other people because it's worker placement, but enough of that nonsense. Let's get to my propensity for enjoying the game. Let's talk about what makes it good. Should we? I think we should. This game is awesome. Look, it's totally great. As I said before, I think it's really first-rate, top class. The components are hilarious, colorful, and bright. It makes me smile. Everyone at game night really was immediately attracted to this game. And I think that's hard to say the same for many other games of the worker placement sort. So this game will let you frolic and cavort. It's not just another soulless Euro. This game really has a lot of theme and a lot of soul. It's the combination of worker placement and area control, so if you've played either of those genres before, you have a pretty good idea of what's in store, and you'll probably like this one even more. Solid worker placement and fairly intuitive how it works. Yeah, those are some of the perks of this game. Now, there's also a lot of different guilds and buildings, which is a skill thing, because it means the game's got lots of replayability. Now, you can do that with facility. Now, if I was trying to look for a downside, it's really hard to find. No frown side. No, sometimes you forget to get your taxes before the workers. Like, that's one rule you're likely to remember, because in every other game that you've played before, then you get paid more before you have to take your actions. But it doesn't matter. That's not any dissatisfaction. Now, the only other thing I'd say that made this game slightly irksome is that when you buy it the first time, you have to work some, because there's a bunch of wooden pieces that need to be stickered. And they stick, you don't have to lick them, but it still means it's going to take like half an hour or more before you even get the game from the store to the table. You're not able to do that without a whole stable of people to help you, or taking about half an hour to do it yourself. But after that, you just take it off the shelf and play. So in conclusion, I'd say this game is, no illusion, probably one of the more exciting games I've seen. Look, this one on the screen is a colorful, thematic, delightful blend between worker placement and area control, my friend. So if you like either type of game, or appreciate beautiful things just the same, or you like things with a good fun theme, man, this game's like a dream. I would recommend it to almost anyone. It's good quality, and it's a lot of fun. Now, if you hate worker placement, and you hate area control, then obviously that's going to take its toll, and if you hate pretty pieces, and you don't like fun, then this game is not for you. But almost anyone else would probably enjoy it. So that's the game. I can't destroy it. I have to give it top marks of that sort, so 2 thumbs up for Belfort. I hope you've enjoyed this Rappin review, and I don't know if it's the last one I'll do, but tune in to risingpun.com, where we drop the board game and rap bomb. Well, that was very weird. Certainly not something I've done before. I wonder if it's something I'll do again. I guess we'll find out. Maybe you liked this. Leave a comment. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you hated it. I enjoy comments. They're very informative. Thanks.